on Newsource at 5. Oglethorpe is working to counter staffing shortages after a nationwide backlash against police.
Judgment, I guess, when people judge you just because you're a police officer.
Athens-Clarke County is discussing a Human Relations Commission ahead of a vote on October 5th. Southern Brewing has come to the rescue after Athens' annual AthFest was canceled. We'll tell you more about this weekend's celebration next. Good evening. I'm Nikki Schatz. Welcome to Grady Newsource. The Oglethorpe County Sheriff's Department is facing staff shortages. Grady Newsource reporter Samantha Spinacci had the opportunity to ride along with the Deputy Sheriff, Luis Ochoa. Here's how the department is working to combat his challenge.
Judgment, I guess, when people judge you just because you're a police officer.
Following the killing of George Floyd, there were protests around the nation. Even though Oglethorpe may have not seen protests, a few miles away in Athens, protests took place. The backlash against law enforcement has caused many departments to become short-staffed. The Oglethorpe County Sheriff's Department is working to keep respect alive by having an honest and open relationship with their community.
But down here, if you have a problem with somebody, I tell them, hey, come down and see me.
Sheriff David Gabriel likes to keep the door open. All of his sheriffs wear body cams, and the footage is open record. He also encourages anyone to participate in a ride-along. I took this opportunity and spent a few hours with Deputy Luis Ochoa.
Helping people, like you saw today on the accident, that's my favorite part.
As Ochoa drove around the county patrolling or on the way to his next call, many residents would wave or nod while driving by. Gabriel and Ochoa said the openness of the department has allowed for positive response from the community. However, the climate of the nation is making it hard to fill open positions in their department.
People don't want to be the police. The problem is you got to have somebody to go out and answer a call. You know, you call 911 all you want, but if you got somebody saying, this is tough.
Last year, the median wage for Georgia officers was at $46,870. This number being a little bit under the 25th percentile pay for the nation. In Oglethorpe, starting pay for their officers is at $38,000. While the search for officers in Oglethorpe is still ongoing, the department is working to maintain a positive presence in their community while finding ways to increase officer pay moving forward. Samantha Spinacci, Grady Newsource.
The Barrow County Sheriff's Office is home to a full-service training facility that provides classes and workshops to law enforcement officers in Northeast Georgia throughout the year. They teach classes ranging from traditional tactics such as shooting to a new course on diversity. Grady Newsource reporter with Allison Casso with more.
At Barrow County, whatever training you want, whatever your goals are, the training staff here will do anything to send you to the class you want to go to.
The Barrow County Training Facility has a 2,400 square foot mock house and gun range where officers perform scenarios in real conditions. The facility also hosts weekly classroom training for workshops on topics such as de-escalation tactics and culture and diversity. The director of the training program, Officer Barry Chandler, discusses the importance of keeping the officers informed and up to date on important topics.
We have a job that we have to do. We have obligations and laws that we have to follow, but doing that in a way that's professional and non-biased. I mean, we're certainly on the doing things like we need to be doing.
The Sheriff's Office also hosts several strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats training programs throughout the year for agencies throughout Northeast Georgia, where each group creates a SWAT rock to build camaraderie.
The biggest things that make the SWAT team successful is if you have a group of guys that are really close and they work together so much so they work off of it. They know what the other guy's going to do.
The training department has 4 full-time instructors whose roles are to maintain the training facility and update lessons plans based on suggestions from their officers. Sergeant Blake Bradley, a patrol officer, likes how dynamic the training programs are.
In car chases, I got to go learn how to perform the maneuver for 3 days, which was pretty fun on a high-speed track.
Chandler says the goals of the training program are to offer more classes and continue modernizing their equipment. I'm Allison Casso with Grady Newsource.
The COVID-19 pandemic death toll has surpassed that of the 1918 influenza pandemic. The flu pandemic of the early 20th century was recognized as the most deadly pandemic in U.S. history. Georgia has reported Over 21,000 COVID-19 deaths since the start of the pandemic. Athens-Clarke County has reported 156 total deaths. Barrow and Jackson also reported high death totals. There have been 645 total deaths in the 6 counties. Local music and arts festival AthFest has been canceled. Grady Newsource reporter Shaylin Carroll has more on why it's not happening and events occurring in its place.
Clarke County was unable to issue the final permit for AthFest, the annual 3-day music and arts festival in historic downtown Athens, due to COVID-19 community spread numbers being beyond the county's threshold for permitting special events. The event was supposed to take place this Friday through Sunday, which was already pushed back from its original dates in June.
You know, the hope is that the members of the community take the necessary steps that are needed to make sure that we don't have positive COVID rates in this community that prevent special events from being able to happen.
The festival will reassess the situation in January 2022 to see if they can start working towards a June 2022 festival. The proceeds from AthFest go towards AthFest Educates, a nonprofit organization that supports music and arts education in Athens-Clarke County. There have been a couple of smaller festivals scheduled for this weekend in place of AthFest, featuring many of the same bands that were in AthFest's lineup. This includes the local Friends Fest on Friday at the Iron Factory, the Totally Still Happening Fest this Saturday at Normal Bar and Sunday at Bouvez Outdoors, and most notably, September Days Fest at Southern Brewing Co. this Friday through Sunday. This has been Shaylin Carroll, Grady Newsource.
For developing a new human rights committee. Grady Newsource reporter Ballard Akaway has more on how the Athens-Clarke County Commissions is taking steps in creating the new committee.
Is to have a community where people feel no matter what their color, their religion, their sexual orientation, gender identification, gender, etc., that they feel accepted and supported.
Over the past month, the Athens-Clarke County Commission has begun discussing the inception of a new Human Rights Committee. The committee will work closely with the Office of Inclusion to make sure community voices are being heard by their elected officials.
And so I believe, they are also working on community events and processes and communication, channels to really reach into different parts of the community.
The Human Rights Committee has long been on the docket for the Athens-Clarke County Commission. However, Commissioner Carol Myers believes talks have recently been sped up due to the new non-discrimination ordinance.
The mayor put it on the work plan for the Legislative Review Commission, and I think what speeded it up right now, if we don't go back to the previous history of it, is that we passed that non-discrimination ordinance.
Right now, the Human Rights Committee is far from complete, but the Athens-Clarke County government is hoping to use neighboring cities, such as Atlanta, as a model. Commissioner Myers believes the Athens Committee's goal is to be more hands-on in the community.
So what you see in some other cities is that the commissions have more of a investigation, judiciary role than ours will, to start off at least.
Commissioner Myers says the plan is to have a diverse committee that represents the different groups in the community. The goal now is to create a draft and gather feedback from the community before finalizing anything. For Grady Newsource, I'm Ballard Akaway.
Up next, how Commissioner Patrick Davenport's position could be jeopardized after a DUI arrest.
There is a road laid out for me, leading down to
boxes everywhere. And this is gonna be Addie's room.
I am blind, but I need not see.
I think you're really gonna like it.
I know this road is there for me. There is a love waiting for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Waist down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see. I know this love is there for me.
Nice and slow. I got this.
Take me down to the river
Nice.
and wash me.
Okay. What do you think?
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
The Oglethorpe County Homecoming Parade is scheduled for tomorrow evening in Crawford, Georgia. Grady Newsource reporter Savannah Ware tells us about how students, teams, and groups are preparing floats for the event.
The Oglethorpe County Homecoming Parade will feature floats crafted by different clubs, teams, and alumni groups. School-associated community members of all ages are invited to participate. Even alums like Connie White are excited for the parade. White graduated from Oglethorpe County High School in 1968. She has fond memories of the time and believes the homecoming parade has continued to be beneficial to the county throughout the years.
I have grown children and I have grandchildren. And more so my grandchildren, I've grown up in the age of electronics and a lot of other changes than when I came along. And so it's not that they're not enjoying themselves, and it's just different. Just being with the people and not depending on things to bring your joy, but what you are doing and doing with your life and your association with others. I like that, bringing joy.
Each group is designing a float they hope will impress the judges. 3 floats will receive the honor of a first, second, or third place ribbon for favorite entries.
I'm here at Bryant Park in Crawford, Georgia. Tomorrow, September 23rd, community members will meet here to organize for the Oglethorpe County Schools Homecoming Parade. The parade will give community members the opportunity to represent their community and school teams, clubs, and alumni groups.
Participants should meet in the parking lot of Bryant Park between 5 to 5:45 p.m. Bryant Park is located at 34 Lakeshore Drive, Crawford, Georgia. The event will begin at the park at 6 p.m. For Grady Newsource, this is Savannah Ware.
It's Constitution Week and Oconee County is celebrating. Grady Newsource reporter Sam Perez has the details on this week's festivities.
I think with all the bickering, different political parties, there's one thing that we can come together on, and that is the Constitution. It covers us all, it covers every race, it covers every nationality.
Emily Givens channels her passion for the Constitution into her role as chair of the Junior American Citizens, or JAC. She has spent months preparing for the kickoff to Constitution Week in Watkinsville, and says that inclusivity is something the organizers are trying to convey. Eric Gisler with the Oconee County Democrats says while inclusivity now rings true in the document, that hasn't always been the case.
We all know it wasn't originally written that way. It's had to, there's had to be changes in society and how the Constitution was interpreted to get us closer to that ideal. And I'm happy to see that as time progresses, we're getting closer and closer to it.
Constitution Week is celebrated nationally from September 17th through the 23rd. This year, Oconee County Board of Commissioners Chairman John Daniel presented a proclamation in honor of Constitution Week to representatives of the Reverend John Andrew Chapter National Society of the Daughters of the American Revolution, or DAR. Jesse Michael is a member of the Watkinsville DAR chapter and was this year's Constitution Week committee chairman. With the other committee members, Michael has helped assemble patriotic bags for 5th graders at 5 different schools and has decorated Main Street and Epps Bridge with flags. Given said the JAC sent out invitations to the Friends of Cherry Grove Schoolhouse, an organization aiming to rehabilitate the Cherry Grove Schoolhouse's legacy in Washington, Wilkes County. Cherry Grove is one of the 15 identified one-room schoolhouses for Black children built on church grounds in the state of Georgia. Given said she and the JAC visited Cherry Grove this summer and are working to generate awareness and funding for the cause. Gisler says he fully supports celebrating the Constitution and its importance. He says he thinks this week is important both on the local level and the national level.
I mean, I don't think that is limited to Oconee County residents, right? I think that, especially in this day and age, we're more polarized than ever. Everyone needs to understand what the Constitution is and what it represents.
For Grady Newsource, I'm Sam Perez.
Athens-Clarke County Commissioner Patrick Davenport was arrested early Saturday morning for driving under the influence. Now, there are questions involving Davenport's position. Grady Newsource reporter Wyman Bailey has that story.
With Commissioner Patrick Davenport being arrested for a DUI on Saturday morning, Winterville citizens are wondering if his position is in jeopardy for the upcoming election cycle. Davenport currently holds the position of Commissioner for the 1st Districts for Athens-Clarke County. Davenport represents primarily the Winterville area of Athens. When it comes to Davenport's position being in jeopardy, Commissioner Allison Wright says it may be too soon to make such claims as the due process has yet to play out.
Is what his attorney does with the system. You know what I mean? About when somebody is charged under these with circumstances such.
Davenport is running again for re-election in 2022, unopposed for District 1. Commissioner Wright adds that citizens of Winterville have been supportive of Davenport since his arrest and does not think his position is jeopardized.
Patrick is a devoted commissioner to his constituents, and he really works hard for them, and I do believe that there's a lot of support coming to him.
Chris Dowd, a journalist from Political Nerd, talked about Commissioner Davenport's case and how he has no immunity when it comes to being a politician.
Okay. Well, I don't think he has any immunity. Commissioners, don't have any legal immunity. They're just like regular people.
Dowd also talked about Davenport's future as a commissioner when it comes to running again.
Well, I'm sure it will be an issue in the upcoming election if first of all, if Commissioner Davenport decides to run, now I'm doubly positive that he may just choose not to run again.
Okay.
But if he does run again, and if he has opposition, then yeah, I think his constituents would kind of be like, hey, wait, what's going on again? They would look at it a little differently than they had before, because this is just his first term in office. So.
Davenport himself has not commented on the charges. Wyman Bailey, Grady Newsource.
Next, Alexis Elmer joins us with weather and your projected 5-day forecast.
People do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? I mean, they go back to college, learn new instruments, start skateboarding. Okay, maybe that one's not for everybody, but saving for retirement is. With aceyourretirement.org, you can get on track with your retirement savings no matter your age. Just have a 3-minute chat with Avo, the friendly digital retirement coach from AARP. You'll get personalized recommendations based on your input that are easy to understand and work with your lifestyle. It's quick, easy, and free. Plus, it's sponsored by AARP, so you know they got your back.
Gnarly move, Dad.
Thanks, sweetie.
So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right, because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign, not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
And now, the weather.
Hello, I'm Alexis Elmore with your Northeast Georgia weather forecast. Today officially marks the first day of fall, meaning Earth is moving from its summer solstice into our autumnal equinox. Today we can expect about 12 hours of sunlight moving forward. The days will feel shorter due to later sunrises and earlier sunsets, as well as cooler temperatures moving in. Taking a look at today, we will say goodbye to the rain Georgia has been experiencing the past few days. Going into tonight, there is a 60% chance of rain, though it should clear up around 8 p.m., leaving us with clear skies and a high of 54 degrees. As for Thursday, you can expect clear sunny skies with a high of 76 degrees, cooling down to 52 degrees at night. Looking forward to the weekend, the weather will remain mostly sunny with a high of 76 on Friday, 79 on Saturday, and 81 degrees on Sunday. Nighttime temperatures will remain in the low to mid-50s throughout the weekend. And if you're planning on traveling to Nashville for the UGA football game against Vanderbilt, you can expect plenty of sun and temperatures at 75 degrees during the day and 52 degrees at night, which sounds like perfect weather for the Dogs to go 4-0. Alexis Elmore, Grady Newsource.
Up next, a Georgia sports update with Emma Robinson.
There is a road laid out for me, leading down to
Boxes everywhere. And this is going to be Addie's room.
I am blind, but I need not see.
I think you're really going to like it.
I know this road is there for me.
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Ways down by the river. I am blind, but I need not see. I know this love is there for me.
Nice and slow.
If
I got
I'm
this.
free, take me down to the river
Nice.
and wash me.
Okay. What do you think?
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
And now, sports.
Welcome back to Grady Newsource. I'm Emma Robinson with your Georgia Sports Update. Coming off their victory against South Carolina, the Georgia Bulldogs are heading to the Music City. That's right, the Bulldogs will go head-to-head against the Vanderbilt Commodores this Saturday in Nashville. It's been 2 years since Georgia played Vanderbilt, as the 2020 matchup was canceled last year due to Vanderbilt's inadequate roster at the time.
I'm excited to get to work on these guys. You know, we didn't get to play them last year with the COVID kind of experience we had.
Showing that Bulldog school spirit, many UGA students are planning to attend the game and cheer on their team.
I think it's really important that our players know that we're supporting them, we're behind them, and we're going to go on the road and we're going to cheer.
Looking ahead, the Bulldogs announced their 2022 football schedule on Tuesday. Next season, the Dogs will play Vanderbilt at home, but the season will kick off with an away match in Atlanta for the Chick-fil-A kickoff game against Oregon. Again, I'm Emma Robinson, and this has been your look at Georgia sports.
After the break, a sneak peek at a new youth program in Oconee County.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
You're home before sunrise. On top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
Every day.
Millions of people are connecting
And even though we're overcoming obstacles, watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other.
on a deeper level. Father,
Cosplayer,
mentor.
actor.
It's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward. Come together.
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
Oconee County Fire Rescue is creating a new Fire Explorers program for the youth and the community. Grady Newsource reporter Kayla Robertson has more on what the program will entail.
A new Fire Explorer program for 14 to 18-year-olds interested in a career in firefighting is starting in Oconee County.
And we're hoping to get as many kids into the program as we can here in Oconee County, give them that leg up and see if it really is a career they intend to pursue and if they want to pursue it. We have all of their gear over here that they'll be assigned.
Participants in the program will be receiving hands-on training that will prepare them for a future career in firefighting.
They will be learning everything from forcible entry, search and rescue, basic medical, hydrant, water relays, everything. Anything that our firefighters going through NPQ1 would learn to be a full-time firefighter or a volunteer firefighter, they will be doing.
But this isn't just a training program. Michael Eddy, the principal at Malcolm Bridge Middle School who is helping with the Fire Explorers program, says that it is so much more.
In my opinion, education doesn't happen just within four walls. There's so many programs that help with education and life and skills and hands-on that happen outside of these walls and outside of the school hours.
Newton says that this program is designed to be a partnership between the parents of the participants and the mentors.
The biggest thing is the program is really there for both the parents as well as the teenager. This isn't something that we're just catering to the kids. We're hoping to teach them responsibility, discipline, as well as being responsible. So this is really going to help them in their everyday life.
Meetings for the program will be held every other Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. starting on October 5th. For more information, contact Brandon Newton with Oconee County Fire Rescue. This is Kayla Robertson for Grady Newsource.
Thanks for joining us at Grady Newsource. I'm Nikki Schatz. Have a great night.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
My Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She carried 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight, both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand trying to text somebody back, because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
All right, sorry. I was muted. Manager, Isabel, are you available to how we did? This was our smoothest. Just tell us what we did well, what better.
On and off. A couple of the sound bites for the phone interviews were really hot, and like we're able to correct for that, but then it's gonna have that moment where everyone kind of like steps back from the TV. So just make sure you're watching for that. But otherwise, y'all did awesome. Everything looked to be in Rundown Creator. Everything was communicated really well. Y'all did great. Hopefully, we have small tree up and running. Your recording can happen a little bit quicker next time. That was on our end, but we're trying to sort all that out. Y'all did great. I'm really proud of how y'all have improved the last week or so. So good job.
Thanks. Did a great job as well, keeping every EL. Some, again, I have to say the audio was uneven. That was throughout the packages. So please, let's keep trying. Listen to your audio in your package and even out the audio. Again, I saw a lot of shaky video, use a tripod. There was certain, I'm hearing myself back, but it's okay. I am hearing myself back. That's kind of nice. So I think we solved that problem. Yeah. What I was going to say? I was going to say that there's still packages with only one source, even though we had some great packages, still packages with one source. So please, now that you're getting the hang of what it takes to have sources and develop stories, do not assume that your news gather is a week off. It is not. It's your most intense time to contact, to work on several stories, and is going to pan out. You have to, with at least, if you're a TVMMJ, at least one viable two-source